Alcatraz, or Alcatraz, or the Great Garbage Can of San Francisco Bay, into which every federal prison dumped its most rotten apples, is one of the most notorious prisons to have ever existed. One of the most famous inmates to have been confined there is none other than Al Capone, aka Scarface. Many of you know the movie titled the same way. We've heard many stories of Alcatraz, but what really went on in there? What was the day like in the life of an average inmate at Alcatraz like? Stay tuned to find out. As with most prisons, there is a pretty strict regimen in place. This is to make sure that the inmates are watched closely so that orders can be kept. We have to remember they were dealing with the worst of the worst criminals in America. That being said, Alcatraz was known to have one of the strictest, probably the most, order of a day known to prisons. At 6:30 a.m., all the prisoners would be woken up with a morning whistle. They would have to make their beds, place all articles, sheets, pillows, etc. in a specific order, clean their wash basins and toilet bowl, wipe their bars off, sweep the cell floor, fold their table and seat, wash themselves, and dress. At 6:45 a.m., the guards would begin getting ready the prisoners and escort them to the mess hall. By 6:50 a.m., all the tasks assigned to the prisoners should be completed. The second morning whistle would go off, and the prisoners would stand facing their cell door until another whistle went off. In the next 5 minutes, the guards would do a count of all the prisoners to make sure that they were all there. At 6:55 a.m., the whistle signal was given for the guards to let the prisoners step out of their cells and enter the mess hall. At 7 a.m., a very specific order of the prison was released one at a time to enter the mess hall. This was at the sign of the third whistle. When they were guided into the mess hall, they would be served in the order they came in, and from whatever side they came from. Left would be served on the left and sat at the left tables, and the same for the right. The prisoners would have 20 minutes to eat their food, but before they started eating, all prisoners would have to be sat, hands by their side, and wait for the whistle. Keep watching to find out the crazy fact about this prison. We're sure you're going to be shocked by it. When the prisoners finished eating, they would have to place their utensils in a very specific order. This was especially important because utensils could be used as weapons. The order was knife on the left, fork in the center, and spoon on the right. After a prisoner finished eating, it was hands by their side again. A guard would check each tray individually, and then all would wait for another whistle. At 7:25 a.m., the guards and the prisoners moved through the building in a very specific order. This is for those prisoners that work within the prison. The order at which they move through is laundry, tailor shop, cobbler shop, model shop, all other shops, gardening, and labor. Within each movement through the shops, the prisoners are counted and announced to the warden to make sure everything is in order. At 9:30 a.m., a break is given to the prisoners. However, as we are used to seeing crowds from in the prisons from the movies, it was strictly prohibited in Alcatraz. At 9:38 a.m., their break ends, and they return to work. This is signaled by a whistle, and another quick count is made. By 11:30 a.m., the first part of their workday is completed, and they are getting ready to have dinner. At 11:40 a.m., the prisoners have their dinner, which is exactly the same as their breakfast, except that they return to their cells instead of going to work. Before you ask, yes, their dinner is basically a lunch. We told you it's strict. From 12 p.m. until 4:50 p.m., the prisoners follow a very similar regimen to what it was in the morning. The only major difference is that they don't eat before they go to work. So, to recap, the prisoners work twice a day and eat twice a day. Are you enjoying the video so far? Why not give it a like? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell for all the latest updates. At 4:50 p.m., the prisoners are locked up for the rest of the night until the morning. But that's not the end of the workday for the guards. At 5 p.m., the guards count all the prisoners. They do this again at 8 p.m. By 9:30 p.m., the lights out call is made and the prisoners go to sleep. At 12:01, with the shift change of the guards, the prisoners are counted again by both first and second shift guards. At 3 a.m., there is another prisoner count, and again at 5 a.m. Bonus fact, throughout the day, a total of 13 counts of prisoners are made in 24 hours. They really don't screw around. So, this is a typical day for an inmate at Alcatraz. What did you think of this strict regimen? Do you think it helped keep the order in the prison? How do you think you would function going through this kind of routine? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and see you later.